And like Secretary Gates, who worked for 3 Cold War presidents who each wanted to eliminate nuclear weapons, I believe that as long as others have nuclear weapons and the know-how to make them, so must we. As Secretary Gates said, quote, "We must maintain some level of these weapons ourselves to deter potential adversaries and to reassure over 24 allies and partners who rely on our nuclear umbrella for their security, making it necessary for them to develop their own." Decisions about our nuclear policy, posture, and any arms control outcomes must reflect this reality. I am deeply concerned that a U.S. policy centered on the President's desire to go to zero will lead to unwise decisions and unintended consequences, and its allure may be a distraction from the near-term nuclear security and proliferation challenges facing our nation and the international community. For starters, we continue to hear that deep force reductions are being considered for the START follow-on treaty in the Nuclear Posture Review. The joint understanding on START signed by Presidents Obama and Medvedev in July commits both countries to reducing their number of strategic delivery vehicles to a range of between 500 and 1,100, and associated warheads to a range of between 1,500 and 1,675. On July 30th, during a House Armed Services Committee hearing, Assistant Secretary of State Philip Gordon testified that, quote, "The basic belief is that we can certainly maintain our deterrent adequately, even at lower numbers in the ranges of 500 delivery vehicles and 1,500 warheads," close quote. Well, I have several questions. First, what is driving these deep reductions? Specifically, what has changed to justify these lower numbers? Is it a change in policy, targeting, threats, or some other factor? With the Nuclear Posture Review not yet complete, I would question the determination that 500 strategic delivery vehicles and 1,500 warheads are adequate to fulfill our nation's deterrent objectives. Furthermore, administration officials have suggested that the reductions in START are merely round 1. A round 2 of further reductions are being considered in the NPR. Without a clear understanding of the administration's nuclear policy and strategy changes, why those changes are being made, and the resulting nuclear force structure, there appears to be little justification for these reductions other than perhaps the President's desire to go to zero.